So I just came out of the shower and I'm watching Strongman Personal Finances video, Bedpan Finance, $17 chicken wing finance video defending Meet Kevin. Okay. Now you might say, hey Fowler, how can we take you seriously that you have no shirt on? Well, just so that you know, Strongman Personal Finance has no shirt on either on the videos he makes. So you could say we're both in the same boat, right? All right. The video he made was very disturbing to me. All right. Very disturbing. And I'll explain to you the reason why. He was trying to make a point that if we had the stress that Meet Kevin has, I guess maybe that he's invested in certain stocks that are not doing well or whatever the case may be, that it gives him a right to drink and drive. So in other words, that exactly was his point. His point was, look, if you had the same stress level financially that Meet Kevin has, you'd be drinking and driving too. Okay. So then the second thing is he starts talking about clout chasing. After that, I kind of had to stop the video because I was getting nauseous. I felt like I was going to throw up. It was just the most, let's just say it was the most dumbest, retarded, low IQ, it was beneath. Honestly, I kind of like Chris. I have to say the truth. I like him, but this is the first video that he actually made that I didn't find amusing. I didn't find funny. It was pathetic. It was a pathetic video because I'll tell you the reason why. He's saying that people are just making all these videos on Meet Kevin because they're clout chasers. You're the biggest clout chaser, Chris. Chris, you hounded this guy, Meet Kevin, over and over and over again. Just like you hounded me over. I never even knew who Strongman Personal Finance was. I never knew he existed until he put this donkey's butt, of me sniffing. He had me in my Hooters outfit and, a donkey butt. And, and he's calling me a broke-ass loser because I'm invested in AMC and I'm an idiot and all that. Okay. But he's the guy who can't pay $20 back to his coworker regarding chicken wings. If you don't know the story, Chris, a.k.a. Strongman Personal Finance, or whatever you want to call it, Bedpan Finance, had a coworker purchase $17 worth of chicken wings because he did not have either the credit card, the debit card, or the cash on him. Then his coworker came to him the next day and said, can you, please pay me back, of which he still didn't have the money. And I guess it really remains unknown at this point if he ever. I actually gave Chris $20. I donated to Strongman Personal Finance to hopefully pay back that debt. I don't know if he did. I know he has a card that looks like a debt trap, and it's really crazy because he has a baby. That's a beautiful baby, a gorgeous baby. And he says he has all this money. He says he has all this money invested in index funds. So buy a reliable damn car for your baby and your family. He has a car that's worth maybe $200. He says that he was selling books, that making $100 a month was great side money. There's something off with this guy. It's and now it's he's on the jock of obviously a very, very successful YouTuber. I mean, there's no question. I mean, Meet Kevin, I think, makes something like $200,000 a month in revenue on YouTube. I know he's worth somewhere between $20 million or something like that. So, I mean, he's a heavy hitter. I think he ran for some sort of political office in California. He's a big shot. Okay. And I feel, and I don't want to break this guy's balls, Strongman Personal Finance, but you're the biggest clout chaser. You kept calling this guy he's defending now. He's defending him. He called him a clown. He used to dress Meet Kevin up. He put the big red nose on him. He put the clown outfit on him. He really ridiculed him and abused him to the highest level of embarrassment and degraded him. He degraded Meet Kevin on a daily basis, by the way, degraded him to the point where Meet Kevin came onto Strongman Personal Finance's show dressed up as a clown. He dressed up as a clown to, basically to imitate the abuse that he got from Chris. Okay, so Chris, you're not in a position to talk about clout chasing because you're the biggest clout chaser. You're not in a position to talk about anybody abusing Meet Kevin because you abused him, I think, to the highest level possible. Okay, and this is YouTube. Like, listen, we're all public figures. You understand? I got my ass abused because I didn't drink and drive. You want to know what I did? And I'm sure Strongman Personal Finance already knows about this. I went out one night. I had like 6 shots of tequila. I drank a Long Island iced tea. I had like, 5 or 7 beers. And I got so sick, I was embarrassed. I knew I was going to throw up. I went to my car because I wanted to be alone. I didn't want anybody to see me. And I threw up outside my car. So obviously people assumed that because I went to my car that I drove home intoxicated. Now, I've explained to everyone, my mother has an apartment in Tradewinds that you could actually do a MapQuest between the Bar Cafferty's and Tradewinds, and I walked to my mother's apartment. My wife, made a video saying that I came home and I threw up, but all she meant was, see, people also misinterpreted that when I came home, I still felt kind of sick because I slept at my mother's apartment for 4 to 5 hours. I had a gigantic Italian hero. I had 4 to 5 glasses of coffee. And then after I felt capable, I drove home. Okay. But the thing is that that's a big difference between what Meet Kevin did. Meet Kevin didn't get any rest. Meet Kevin, went right into the car. Intoxicated, okay? And you can't justify that action. Strongman Personal. You can't justify that just because he has financial stress, okay? Because if that would be the case, pretty much everybody in the world, I think, has the right to drive drunk, right? Don't we all have I think there's a lot of people in America, right? I would say a large percentage that have severe financial stress, especially during times like this, where we have gas prices at its highest, inflation, higher interest rates, the price of living is increasing, the stock market crash, we're expecting an incoming possible real estate crash. These are very hard times in our country. So for you to say that if a person has financial stress, they have the right to drink and drive, you really need to make a retraction video. I'm telling you, I'm actually saying this to you as a friend, okay? Because I do consider you a friend. This was not a funny video. This was not an amusing video. This was a pathetic video, and you need to make a retraction. People don't have the right to drink and drive, bedpan finance, $17 personal finance, whatever chicken wing finance, because they have financial stress. You need to make a retraction video.